नमस्कार, गुड आफ्टरनून टू ऑल। आप सभी प्यारे दर्शकों का मैं आपका होस्ट और दोस्त सुनील शर्मा स्वागत करता हूं खास कार्यक्रम प्रभु से खास बात। हमारे साथ में तीन हस्तियां मौजूद हैं, सीए रमेश प्रभु जी, सीए स्नेहल कामदार जी और सीए विकास खियानी जी। तीनों का स्वागत है और एक नए सिलसिले में, नए कलेवर में हम शुरुआत कर रहे हैं प्रभु से खास बात 181वां एपिसोड दोस्तों। और मैं आज इस नए सिलसिले को आपको बता दूं कि हमारे आने वाले दिनों में सीए कम्युनिटी के जो एक्सपर्ट हैं, अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट पे पारंगत है, एक्सपर्ट है, वही यहाँ पर आएंगे और अलग अलग विषय पर, वो ऑडिट हो, अकाउंट से रिलेटेड हो, रेरा से रिलेटेड हो, आज जैसे हमने आईबीसी लिया, तो अलग अलग विषय पे हम उन एक्सपर्ट को आपके सामने हाजिर करेंगे और आपको अवेयर और एजुकेशन करने की कोशिश करेंगे प्रभु से खास बात कार्यक्रम में। मैं हाजिर करता हूँ मॉडरेटर विकास खियानी जी।
थैंक यू सर, वेलकम प्रभु सर एंड वेलकम स्नेहल सर तो दिस 181 एपिसोड ऑफ दिस प्रभु से खास बात। सो सर, आईबीसी आज 7-7.5 साल हो गए हैं, इसको गवर्नमेंट ने लाया है। तो सर, आज भी बहुत लोग, बहुत ऑडियंस ऐसी है जिनको आईबीसी के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं है कि ये क्या है। तो सर, आप हमारे ऑडियंस को बताएंगे कि आईबीसी क्यों आया और क्या इसका पर्पस है और क्यों लाया गया है और ये क्या है मतलब।
विकास जी, आईबीसी एक जो कानून लाया गया, हमने यही चैनल के माध्यम से आगे भी 2-3 सेशन लिए हुए हैं। इन अ नटशल मैं एक आज थॉट पुश करता हूँ कि ये कानून एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन कानून लाया गया है। ये कानून जब इम्प्लीमेंट हुआ, वो टाइम पे जीएसटी इम्प्लीमेंट हुआ था, रेरा इम्प्लीमेंट हुआ था, और ये था तो गवर्नमेंट की एक सोच थी, सब एक साथ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हुए और ये कानून में जो भी इकोनॉमिक रिसोर्सेस बंद पड़ी कंपनी है, एनपीएस है, उसमें अटके हुए हैं बिकॉज काम हो नहीं रहा है उसकी वजह से, क्योंकि कंपनी बंद पड़ गई है, फंड है नहीं, एनपीए हो गया है, तो वो वापस सिस्टम में आए और वो रिसोर्सेज का रीयूज हो सके। सो ऑप्टिमम यूज ऑफ दैट इकोनॉमिक रिसोर्स वाज द की पार्ट ऑफ इट। सेकंड एक की ऑब्जेक्ट था कि एक पॉइंट होता है कि कभी भी किसी आदमी ने कोई गलती की हो तो वो गलती को सुधारने का मौका मिलना चाहिए, जो अपनी कानून व्यवस्था में था नहीं। अगर हमने कोई बिजनेस डिसीजन गलत ले लिया और उसके चलते हमारा धंधा बंद हो गया है, तो हम वो धंधे से बाहर निकल नहीं पा रहे थे और एक विशियस सर्कल में फंस रहे थे डेट के। तो एक कानूनी तौर पे एक आईबीसी कोड लाया गया जिसमें ये सुविधा दी गई कि आप अगर कहीं गलत डिसीजन की वजह से फंस गए हो तो आप उसको रिस्ट्रक्चर करो। तो इसलिए आपको 180 दिन का काम पीरियड दिया गया कि वो पीरियड में कोई लिटिगेशन नहीं होती है और आप उसको रिसॉल्व करो। और अगर आपसे नहीं हो रहा है, आपको लग रहा है, देन गिव अप करो कंपनी को, लेट रिसोर्सेज कम बैक और आप एक अपनी नई जिंदगी शुरू करो, आप उसमें अटके रह मत रहो। ये की फंडामेंटल ऑब्जेक्ट था जिसकी वजह से ये कानून लाया गया था।
सीए स्नेहल कामदार, मैं आपको स्वागत करता हूँ। दिस इज द 181 एपिसोड विच वी हैव बीन डूइंग फॉर द लास्ट 3 years। एवरी वीक ऑन सैटरडे 12 to 1 PM we do प्रभु से खास बात। द पर्पज ऑफ दिस discussion or the live show is to educate the people and then empower them in whatever way possible. Today I am happy that Vikas and you both have come here, and let me ask you, what are the professional opportunities? How you look at this IBC as a code which has opened the professional opportunities to chartered accountant? What are the opportunities and how they can encash it? If you can highlight on that, I think the audience will be very happy.
This insolvency and bankruptcy code opens large door of opportunities for all professionals, specifically for chartered accountants. Regular understanding about chartered accountant is that we do audits and taxation work, but the way we have studied, I always say that we are capable of doing anything, provided we get an opportunity. In insolvency, basically, we have been guiding our client for debt syndication, for fundraising through equities by IPOs. Now, where there is a failure of a business call and where there is a challenge that is coming where your client is unable to sustain, probably you are the first person who would understand that there is a red flag in the business that is come. So guiding them, advising them on how to do the turnaround is the first step. Vis-a-vis, you get an opportunity that there is a company which is available in the IBC, where there can be a synergy with your existing client for forward integration or backward integration. So in that forward integration, backward integration, you can help them to acquire this company. So by way of merger and of that, or acquisition, or structuring the deal in a manner which is beneficial to your client.
You have covered very vital, important part. Because I would like to know, if there are so many such opportunities, how to start? When you do anything, new thing, naturally you need to know the law. You need to understand the provisions. So, and also you need to get qualified. So what are the provisions under IBC to explore this opportunity which Snehal Kamdarji has rightly pointed out?
If you want to become insolvency professional,
Correct.
So there are two ways to become insolvency professional. One is for youngsters and other one is for seniors.
Okay.
So if you are holding 10 years of membership of as a chartered accountant, as a company secretary, or as a cost accountant,
Okay,
or a bar counsel, that is you are LLB. So you have to clear the limited insolvency exam, which is conducted by Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India.
Okay.
And after that you have to undergo a 150 hours PERC course.
Okay. What is that PRC course means?
This is a training course for the insolvency professionals.
Who conducts this?
This is there are some special bodies that have been set up by the IBBI.
Okay.
Like that's a triple IC, like Insolvency Professional Institute of ICAI.
Okay.
So these are separate three institutes.
Agencies have been
agencies
nominated
are
or recognized.
Triple IP ICAI, Triple IP ICSI, and Triple IP CAWAI.
Okay.
So these three conduct this 50 hours course.
So whether even an advocate can join in this?
Except anyone can join anybody.
Okay.
Okay. So after that you have to apply to the IBBI for registration as a IP.
And then the training is conducted by these three institutions,
Yes.
which is recognized by the
IBBI.
And whether they also conduct the exam or they only give the training certificate?
No, this LI is conducted by, limited insolvency exam is conducted by IBBI.
Okay.
And training certificate is provided by Triple IP ICAI.
Okay.
And the second way for the youngsters,
That's
for
right.
that there is an age limit of 28 years.
Okay.
This course is a specially designed course by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India.
Okay.
And this 2-year program is conducted by Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, that is a Manesar.
Okay.
And the course is known as Postgraduate Insolvency Program.
Okay.
So where anyone from any background who had 2 years, who had no experience or limited experience, but belongs to CA, CS, LLB, MBA, or any other curriculum which in their
Eligibility criteria
fits. So he can undergo that 2 years course. Out of this 2 years, 1 year will be the internship period. So in internship period, he will get a 9 months of internship with any insolvency professional or insolvency professional entity.
Okay.
Or for 3 months, he has to do the internship with NCLTs, NCLATs or IBBI. After that, they have to undergo the same process, like to pursue limited insolvency exam, to do PERC course of 50 hours, and then take the registration.
Okay. And then that is also given. It is not that you need to have 10 years. So
No.
2 years post graduation can be done under
Yes.
IBC, and this is, they have got a separate institute, or it's all going to be distant education?
No, there is a separate institute, that Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, Manesar. It's entirely a campus program.
Okay.
So everyone has to go to the campus. Even someone who is staying, like he has a house at 1 kilometer of that campus, even after that he has to go to the campus.
And then what would be the normal fees if you are aware of it?
This year around is 13.25 lakhs or 13.50 lakhs.
Okay, that for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Okay. Sir Snehal, I think he has enlightened us that there are 2 ways of getting into IBC practice. Now tell me, what are the regulatory system in this? Because he was talking about Insolvency Bankruptcy Code of India, then he was talking about a training institute, then he was talking about passing a limited exam. So there must be a structure in the entire structure of legal framework.
Key point is that every one of us understands stock market.
Correct.
Okay. So in stock market you have a SEBI. Resembling to SEBI, we have IBBI.
Okay, SEBI is the Stock Exchange Board of India, which regulates the share market.
Share market. So
where
we
they
have here
regulate everything.
IBBI,
So here
which
we have
regulates
Insolvency
IBC.
and Bankruptcy Code of India.
Right.
Okay, that is a regulatory body.
Right.
As far as implementing the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code rules 2016 is Act 2016 is concerned. Okay.
And you have stock exchange.
Okay.
Here you have IPA, Insolvency Professional Agency.
Insolvency Professional Agency. So there we
They
have
are similar to what
SEBI,
stock exchange.
We have stock exchange where
Yes.
people can do the trading and all. Here you have a insolvency
Professional
professional agency. Okay,
Below stock exchange, you have stock brokers
correct,
who help to do the business.
correct.
Here below IPA, you have insolvency professionals.
Okay. So there we have a share brokers and here we have the
Insolvency
insolvency professionals. Okay.
So,
And both are getting registered.
so everyone, so all insolvency professional have to have a dual membership.
Okay.
One of a IBBI,
Okay.
that is a primary membership, and another membership is of a IPA. So a chartered accountant can be a member of a CS IPA also, cost accountant IPA also, or CIPA. There are only 3 IPA as of now
Correct.
recognized. So,
Okay.
so anywhere he can be a member.
Okay. So even advocates are permitted to become any of that. It
Yes.
is not that there is
Yes.
no restriction
Yes.
as such.
So technically the IPA is formed by ICAI, CS, but it is not that only CA, IPA, CA can join.
Okay.
Any IP can join any of the institute.
Okay.
So you should have a IPA who wants to practice should have one membership of IPA and one of IBBI.
Yeah. Now in the regulatory system, there can be small disputes. Okay. Now as you said, SEBI, if there is a dispute between the broker or the investors or with the company, then they get into the NCLT and other mode of this one. So in the IBC, that is Insolvency Bankruptcy Code 2016, where I can go to make a complaint that I have to recover so much money and how that system works.
So there are 2 parts to it again. One, the IBC authority structure. I have told you
authority
about a governance structure.
Correct.
Now there is, if anyone wants to file an application again for where his fund is stuck and he wants to see that that company gets resolved and his dispute gets resolved, for that he is filing a application. That application will be filed at NCLT. Okay. Any appeal against NCLT goes to NCLAT, that is Company Law Appellate Tribunal. And Appellate Tribunal, if you want to, root party wants to go ahead, he will have to go to Supreme Court. So anything related to IBC cannot go to any other court. It has to go to NCLT, appeal against NCLT to NCLAT, NCLAT appeal to Supreme Court. No other court has jurisdiction on it.
Vikash, tell me, a chartered accountant completes 150 years of training, 50 hours of training with the Insolvency Professional Agency. Then he gets that training certificate. Then he has to pass the limited liability.
No, limited insolvency has to pass before
Acha,
50 hours
limited
training.
insolvency exam has to be done first.
Yes.
Thereafter you do 150 hours training.
50 hours
And then
training.
Only 50 hours.
50 hours.
Only
So
50
50.
hours.
50 hours
50.
training, and after that he has to make application to IBBI for registration as an insolvency professional.
So there is no further exams which is conducted.
No, after that there
Okay.
is no exam.
Then how to become a member? Is there any formality to be done other than this training, or how much fees has to be paid, and is it the yearly membership, or how is that, and how that institute helps us, IBBI helps us, or IPA helps us?
So IBBI has an online mechanism to submit the application form to the IBBI. The fee is 20,000 for 5 years,
Okay.
and he has to pay fee in every 5 years. So it's a very normal form he has to fill, and he submit some qualification document, the IPA training certificate, and the KYC.
Yeah.
So everything that IBBI will verify, and IBBI will take around 7 days to verify everything. So within
Okay. Let me tell the participants that one who is watching this, you can put your questions in the comments box. Like this, every week, Saturday, 12 to 1 p.m. we'll have this, so that your live questions on the subject matter can be taken from the experts. Because coming to the next, am I required to pass IBC? That is, I should become a member of IBBI, to represent before NCLT and NCAT, or what is the process?
No, I am not recalling the section of NCLT rules. So any a chartered accountant can appear before NCLT or NCLT.
So I don't have to do any exams and all
No.
in order to represent.
No.
So any chartered accountant is permitted to
Yes.
represent. Only thing, he should have the knowledge of the company. He should know how to
Laws and
represent
regulations.
and how to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, you can add.
NCLT is a tribunal,
Correct.
and we chartered accountants are eligible to appear in tribunal, not only NCLT, any tribunals.
Okay.
So we can appear and represent in the tribunal.
Okay.
For representing in tribunal, normally advocates who represent, they file their wakalatnama.
Correct.
Here we have to, as a chartered accountant, when we are appearing on behalf of the client, we have to find our memorandum of appearance. So we are eligible to appear in any of the tribunal, even not only NCLT, even NCLAT is also a tribunal.
Okay.
So there also you can appear and go ahead. Only you need to know do's and don'ts of the appearance, do's and don'ts of filing. Then that practice is a huge practice area again for a chartered accountant.
Snail, you are already a president of Insolvency Professional Foundation. Can you just highlight us as to how to become member of your foundation? What are the benefits that you are giving? How you disseminate the information? Can you highlight to our members whether they can become your member and you are there to handhold them?
So yes, Prabhu, what you said that IP Foundation has been done is a charitable trust that we have formed, and it is active since 2018. We have around 1,000 members with us in that,
Excellent.
of which 600 are IPs.
Okay.
And we have presence at different places, around 17 chapters of IP Foundation pan India we have. The basic idea in 2018 when this IP Foundation was made alive was that to create awareness about this code. In the initial days, since 2017, I am involved in IBC. The main object was not being understood clearly by many professionals. So how do they go ahead? Second, there needed an organization to guide and bring the IPs together so that the things can go in that manner. So this IP Foundation created. So in IP Foundation, we do regular events where we bring the IPs, the related consultants together and share the things. We do IP clinics where we help the stakeholders, IPs to clear that doubts. So we used to do it on second Saturday of the month most of the time. And
Second Saturday, what is the timing?
so every time we used to keep it in the second half of the day.
Okay.
So between 2 to 4 is the timing that anyone in case wants to avail the help of IP clinic through IP Foundation, they can come with the queries and we will be happy to guide them on these points.
Okay, now tell me how to approach you. Can you share your mobile number and email address so that they will be able to communicate to you? And where is this IP Foundation clinic happens on the second and fourth Saturday of every month?
Yes. So IP Foundation clinic happens at my Andheri office at Jew Lane, and my mobile number 9869 351460. So you can connect me on my mobile number anytime on the points or related to IBC. I often say to my IP colleagues that this number is a helpline number which is available to them. Initially it was 24/7. Now I have reduced the time. So on the phone from morning 10 o'clock till night 10 o'clock I am available, and any call on this line number and during this period will be replied by myself. So this is my personal number which I am sharing, and we can connect with me on this.
Can you just share your email address? I will put in the description.
So it's insolvency@jjkandco.com.
Okay, thank you. विकास, अभी स्नेहल जी ने बहुत अच्छे तरह से बताया कि यदि मुझे आईबीसी में रिप्रेजेंट करना है, एनसीएलटी में, एनक्लैट में, तो मुझे कुछ एग्जाम पास नहीं करना है, फिर मैं ये इतना पढ़ाई क्यों करूं और इतना ट्रेनिंग क्यों लूं, उसका और इसका क्या फर्क है, क्यों ये करना है। अपॉर्चुनिटीज तो फिर नहीं तो भी मैं घर में पढ़ाई करूंगा, यूट्यूब में कुछ देखूंगा, आईबी फाउंडेशन का मेंबर बन जाऊंगा, फिर मैं उधर सलाह मशवरा लेके मैं रिप्रेजेंट करूंगा। तो फिर आईपी जो एग्जाम है वो पास करके आईबीबीआई का मेंबरशिप क्यों लेना है, क्या फर्क है?
देखिए, जब भी किसी
You can speak in English so that the people will be able to understand. Sorry, it's all both are. We are speaking in all language. Yeah, go ahead.
So whenever like a company is going into stress,
Correct.
okay, so there is a multiple issues are there in the company like income tax, GST, other regulatory bodies, multiple. Now everyone has to find out a way to how to revive or resolve this company and to generate the more employment. So the better way to put this company into insolvency and corporate insolvency resolution process, that is a someone include whether as a bank or whether as an operational creator, he filed the application before the National Company Law Tribunal to admit the company into the CIRP. Now when NCLT convinced that yes, that there is a issue, there is a default and the debt is due, that loan is due, so NCLT उसको corporate insolvency resolution process में admit करती है. Okay. Now NCLT appoints someone to run entire company as a going concern.
तो विकास जी, इसका मतलब ये हो गया, that is what I am trying to be a member. I need to become an insolvency professional.
Yes.
And that is the additional benefit I get. In addition to that, as a chartered accountant, company secretary, or a cost accountant, or as a advocate, if I have got my own degree, I can always represent. So that is another professional opportunity is available.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.